Hey guys, how's it going? I'm DTO3, and today I'll be talking about my experience and general experience of people from the motherland, move and now probably now living in the diaspora. And I live in Toronto, Canada, and like many people that have moved from the motherland to the diaspora, it's been a rattling of journey. Back in the motherland, we got the narrative, you would say. The story is of what you imagine it to be is, I think for a lot of people, it's not what they literally later find out to be. And that's because of the general knowledge of what people think, mainstream media, movies. They sell this, Rosy, super easy, super straightforward. I would more likely say super straightforward, lifestyle. And, you invest so much time, so much years, so much money. Family support you. You invest so much money, and you move into the diaspora. Like many of us has probably done. In such, people used to believe in search of greener pasture, but with looking at a political things with what's going on the motherland. It's not just greener pasture no more. It's almost like it's almost like people are escaping from the motherland now, and that's not just because of I mean, poverty is high, and things like there's poverty everywhere, and things are getting worse. Currency value is going down and lifestyle is getting harder. People just moving around for various reasons, political reasons, economic reasons, social reasons. This is another reason why a lot of people from, it could be from the motherland or the Caribbean is also moving. They just want to try something different. Everybody deserves something different. Everyone deserves something good enough. They see it on TV, they see it on movies, and they hear about it, and they feel like, hey, why not? They got the opportunity. Like again, like millions of us, we, shout out to Ja, got the opportunity, and we came to the diaspora. And for my case, I came to Toronto, and it's been great, great place, lots of diversity, different community. You learn, you grow, you develop, you evolve. And I wouldn't say it's not offering something, but at the end of the day, you and I know that the true potential of who we are is where we come from, the motherland. For my people in the motherland, or for my people maybe in the Caribbean, just where you're from is almost like your greatest strength. But it's unfortunate that we have the current situation of leadership that is not all the way in the cities and in the states and countries where we're from. But that is not the reason why I'm having this conversation today. The reason is just story time. Story time of just moving here, your expectations, or you later find out, and getting through it, and what next? Because we're coming from the motherland, grasping, trying to get it, trying to get involved, trying to get the end game. And, we really do come in here hoping for a lot. And, you go through the system, you get a job, evolve, get a few certification, a few training, get your life together. Some people build a family, which is very important. But again, after that, you ask yourself, what next? Is this your true potential? Is this who you really are? Is it what you want to really do? Is that your maximum potential as a people? And on this planet, our people haven't really put up our own productivity. Put up our own, have an opportunity to kind of maximize our output. We are working hard. We're evolving. We're working hard. We're evolving. We're doing a lot, but it's just not at the maximum level because of just how we get here and how long we've been in the struggle trying to get things right, and a lot of influence from other people. One thing I want to say, like when people move here, for example, myself and I think a lot more other people have this kind of experience. They move here, you know, get into the job market. A lot of us are, professionals, skilled workers, and just different system. Back to back in the motherland. Some of us are already in a very skilled trade or skilled labor, and when you move here, you just gotta relicense yourself, almost recertify yourself. Even when you have the knowledge and the training, you gotta recertify yourself, and that takes time and lots of resources. It takes time and lots of money, to get to that level. And then you eventually get to that level, you try to get yourself together, family comes in and everything comes in. And, it's really challenging. And this is the story about this video today, the challenges that, diasporans and people from the motherland, just all diasporans, that majorly tend to face. We know that there are, you know, you know, black people doing marvelous. What I mean, marvelous, top level. But we don't have that. We all don't have that. You would say luck level. We all don't have that skill level. We all don't have. We're not that great in all of those areas. So, so for we to have a system that all of us have a potential of literally benefiting, it got to be operational. And that's one thing we don't have. We just survival of the fittest kind of lifestyle. Everyone just trying to grasp. Everyone just trying to grasp and survive. And this is what it is. And we all can't survive at the same rate or at the same level. And, a lot of us struggle. Personally, I struggled a lot, and this is why this section is called story time. And I struggled a lot coming in, adaptation, just adapting into the new lifestyle, adapting into the system. And that's I have another section on just this, what I believe, my own opinion about the system. It's a great system. If it's not a great system, they wouldn't have a great country that, Canada is. But the system, talking about transparency, talking about, is the system really going to give a person from the diaspora the best? I'm not talking about your maximum output. I am talking about your maximum output, but I'm not talking about, things in like, if you're not going to get a job or you're not going to, be okay and live comfortably. And which a lot of us do when we come to the diaspora. We become comfortable, pick up some corporational job or some company job. We do that, but let's be fair. We as a people, we do have talent and knowledge and skillful people with good ethics that can get to a certain level. But the way the system is organized, it's almost like you got to play along, but not really be you and do you. And like I said, I have a huge section on just the system. Talking about why, even we don't. I live in Toronto area, which there's a lot of black people from the motherland, from the Caribbean, and all sort of black people here, but we don't have a community. What we call a community is an illusion, people. Is an illusion, a dysfunctional operation. That's what we're doing. Everyone just wakes up in the morning, grasping. It's just like you're in alone. No man is an island. You know what I'm saying? You can't operate alone, and that's what we're doing. We see the Arabs, the Indians. I'm not trying to say they're perfect as a people, but we see them operate in a level, and you look at ourselves. We've been here long. I'm not talking about myself. Like as a people, some of our people been here for a long time, 20 years, 15 years, 25 years, 30 years. Some of them are first, second generation, those that were born here. But how in the world we don't have enough services, enough product of our own people? We're talking about empowerment. This is a capitalist environment. Business is what runs everything. You need business, you need operational system. And our people don't have this. But before, I have like a huge session on that. on my own opinion on how we are living, in the diaspora as people from the motherland, regardless if you're from Somalia, Ghana, you know, Nigeria, Senegalese, Cameroon. But regardless of where you're from, how are we living? I understand that, for our people in, for example, the US or back in Europe, they may have a slightly different experience regardless of, depending on what city they're on. However, I think is a very similar challenge. We're not operational, and I have like a video on that. So check that out, guys. You know, and also, just to put this in the middle of the video, if you want to have a conversation, you are a person from the motherland or anybody interested in what I do and what the things I talk about, you want to, lend your own voice and talk with me or talk with my people on just what is going on in your city, how things been going, you know, hit me up and let's have a conversation. Let's talk. Let's communicate. Maybe I can learn a few things from you, maybe from your city. Maybe you could be in Canada, in another province or another city. You could be in the US and have it all sorted out. Maybe it could motivate and kind of give me a little bit more understanding on what is going on in at least where I am. I will speak about just the Toronto area. We have great black people. We're working hard, great people. We're not organized. We don't even listen. If you we can count the amount of in almost like 3 cities around Toronto. We can count how many black-owned auto shops we got. Black-owned. I don't mean an auto shop where a black person works. Black-owned. It's very few. And look how much black people spend on auto parts and auto services. It's a lot of money in every quarter of a year or every year, and we spend this on businesses. Not enough on our own businesses. And there's nothing wrong spending your money on other businesses, but as a people, you should have something for yourself. It creates wealth, it creates development, and then it creates it just help build your own people. And we talk about, a lot of us are into, the motherland and how we can, see our continent grow, but shout out to all my black people that became comfortable in abroad. Like, I really believe in the motherland. Like, regardless of we are comfortable or you are comfortable, where you are, your city, the motherland is like, really, really the top priority. And I see a lot of political challenges going on. Hopefully it brings political change, protests, asking for better governance. So shout out to all my people from the motherland working tremendously to try to bring better nations across the motherland. But whilst we're here, how are we living in the diaspora is a big one. But, in today's section, I'm still talking about story time, coming to Canada, living in Canada. It's really challenging I think for a lot of people, including myself. And, that is, sometimes you look back and like, damn, it's been a journey. It's been a goddamn journey because, some people came here with families. Some people got families here already. So, again, our experiences are very different. But I'm talking about the grassroots, the people that have to really grind out there just to, get to a better place. Like I said, a lot of us have moved from the motherland to a different part of the world in the diaspora for different reasons. But if I'm talking about those that really, really needed to grasp to survive the challenges, people come here, for work. People come here through express service. You just move here with their families. Some people came here as a student, and then later decided to leave here and work here afterwards. And that students pay literally, international student pay literally times 4 the price of the local student. So it's like super, super, super expensive. And having to go through that and survive the system, and then after doing that, just leaving afterwards, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'll tell you one, at some point in time, if you're not careful, depression runs into it. And depression is a slow, swift. You'll be getting depressed. You wouldn't figure it out until it's like, well, what the hell is wrong with me? It's late, man. So, making friends is always top priority. If you got to join a church or do something, go somewhere, I'll say do it, man. Because a lot of people are facing lots of challenges back in the diaspora. In case I live here in Toronto, a lot of people are facing challenges. A lot of people are doing great. A lot of people, facing lots of challenges. And this is real. This is real. I mean, I look at it, it is real. Just the grinding. And another thing that people tend to fall into, not just what brings about this depression, not connecting to the culture, not adapting well enough, not adapting quick enough. And then sometimes you just fall into the debt structure. A lot of things are going on credit. I got a video coming out of what happened to me when I got my car, man. I got fucked. I got fucked up, bro. Yo, these guys literally realized that, I don't have, experience purchasing. What I did was, actually, I just bought the car with cash. I want to finance it. So, they literally saw that, damn, this is a nuthead. Yeah? You don't know what's going on. And I realized about 2 months after, so I took it to them like, after 28 days, you can't make changes to the contract, which was very, very annoying. And I had to pay about almost $5,000 more. We're not talking about taxes. We're not talking about or financing interest. We're talking about just ripoff, and a lot of things. So those things, when you don't know, as someone from diaspora, because we're from a system where if you got money, you buy something. You get carried away, you go use finance, and you could make a few mistakes, and a lot of us have made. I'm not only the one. That's why I say, if you got a story, you want to share with me, hit me up. This is my story, man. I got a video on that, so check it out, people. Just if you're trying to move to Canada or anywhere in the diaspora, something to look out for. And if you're already here and you have the same storyline, or you're going through the same thing, or you might watch my video and helpful tips. Just literally surviving. The debt structure is real. It works. If you don't make a huge mistake and you manage it properly, it's just kind of almost like a cash advance. It gives you money to achieve personal agendas, and then you later pay back in bits with a little bit of interest. If you got a loan with good interest rate, it's not that bad. But again, we're not used to it in the motherland, so it's very easy to get it wrong or get carried away. It's big, people. It's a lot of y'all know, but it's really big. Debt structure, and then you still got people, your families. You still got your families. Don't back home. Some of your friends, they don't understand what's going on. They don't understand what is going on. They think it's some rosy game. And we got to be serious, people. Let's be honest. We got to be serious. We face a lot of challenges. I like to say I have suffered. I suffered at least a little bit. Just it's not like a lot of suffering, but a big time struggle, just getting everything. And yeah. So depression, struggling to adapt, not just entering the system, but just kind of being yourself, being who you as human beings. We all have potentials. We all have, our strengths, our challenges, our weaknesses. Being who you are, your strengths, with the system as a person from the motherland, because our people, we're not, with the challenges we face, and then we're not that organized yet. Some of us, I know, like I said, we got black people doing great, but some of us do struggle. Like, we do struggle, and I'm not talking about a few people. Quite a huge number of us do struggle. I'm struggling, man. Big time struggle. Canada is not rosy. It's not some And this is why one of my message and what I do is talk about challenges that Black diaspora face, but just kind of waking our people up that as we is here in Canada and just in the system, just living our personal life, we shouldn't be carried away. The need for us to organize a place. I wish a lot of Black people, a lot of Black countries are currently doing. We're seeing a lot of what appears to be a lot of change. Wanting to come to the motherland. We're seeing what this guy in Uganda, Bobby Wine. I think he's trying to be president now, and lots of things coming up, trying to get into that new narrative of what this life is going to look like for our people. And just life here is not easy, man. So if you are in the motherland or anywhere, just trying to get to Canada, just things you got to be open-minded to is your system. Don't do like me. I came here and I didn't have my license handy, my driving license handy. So that took a lot out of me. I could have been driving when I read, because I thought you could come here, get some driving test, because I live in Ontario and our province is very different. It's hard here. It's not hard in Canada, it's just hard here. Obtaining a license when you leave your license back home. I had to wait like everything took like 2 years to get like the actual license. I had to wait for a year to get like a provisional license, like a learner's license, which I could use to drive. But that is a mistake that people make. I'm talking about my people that pull up here to work or anything, because at some point in time you may want to obtain a ride if your work is far from where you live, or any reason you want to drive. You don't have a license. And one of the major reasons why you need to have your license, even if you don't want to drive, is insurance. Because the longer you have your license, the more likely it's going to be cheaper. If you have a license for 5 years and after 5 years you decide to drive, people think about it as a driving experience or whatever, right? So it matters. A lot of us came here unprepared, mentally, emotionally. We didn't have enough ideology and knowledge of what we was going to expect. We didn't have all of those minor paperworks that was needed, and it's not easy. It is really not easy. The cultural shock is real. I didn't find it hard to adapt into the system, but just a lot of things about it was just different. And if you are facing a lot of things that's different, it's like you have to, like a new child. You got to relearn everything, and it wasn't easy. And there's the excitement phase. People, come in here, they're excited and ready to get it, ready to go, and life gave them something hard, man. They get something hard and they got to learn the hard way. So is really a time for us to like get ourselves together, organize ourselves back in our cities, creating Black nations for our people, because our people have been through a lot, and there are people doing great, but it's only a few of us. Most of us are just surviving, and they got a few of us still like struggling and all that. And is a lot of challenges. Is a lot of challenges that our people face. And I made something like that. The debt ratio is real. The debt ratio is real. And what is crazy about debt ratio is, some of us have mortgages and car loans and everything that people got to pay every month. When you lose your job and when that's happening, and you're not well prepared mentally, emotionally, it is enough to like wreck your credit and also just bring you down, because we get carried away and get acquired so much, and then we're so pressured. We have to be at work almost every day, and when we lose our job, we're stressing, we're pressuring. A lot of us work too much now. Little time to just kind of figure out who we are as a people. And so it's something that I just got to put it out there, man, to y'all, for y'all know like the journey, the storyline. It's crazy. I got a lot of my videos on, my getting how what happened when I got my first car and what happened is crazy. I think it's a story that a lot of you want to learn. It's not an advice, it's just my story. You want to learn just if you're moving here or you're here and you want to get your car. You just know my story and what happened and, driving, you know, just literally big time, big time. So if you like what I'm all about, hit the like, subscribe button, hit the like button, please subscribe. If you're interested in what I'm talking about, you want to be part of the show, you want to have a conversation, hit me up. Let's make some conversation happen. You're a black person in the diaspora, or you're out here in the motherland, just wanted to have a conversation about the current situation, moving to Canada, living in Canada, or anywhere in the diaspora. You want to have a conversation, share your own story, hit me up. And I got a lot of storyline coming. I just give stories, man. That's what I literally do. Just put up stories, and I think these stories could help one or two people and could motivate a few people. So I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video.